Hello everyone and warm welcome to this session. In this video we are going to discuss what is mean by digital filtering, how this digital filtering is performed, and also we shall see what is the significance of having digital filtering in the various applications we can have for the signal processing domain here. So now we shall begin by assuming that we have a certain signal that has the wanted information content and also the unwanted information, what we usually term to be noise here. So now generally we grab certain information from the source with the help of certain sensor. Initially we have it into the analog domain, and by analog to digital conversion we get the digital output here, and whatever the devices we have for the processing purpose, these are all working into the digital domain. So now at our hand we have a digitized noisy signal. The signal is of the digital type, but it contains the two parts. One is the useful and another one is not useful, that is unwanted, and finally we want to remove that particular portion here. So now in this particular example we have a digitized noisy signal that has the useful part to be a low frequency signal. That particular information we want, and we want to process it further for accomplishment of a certain application here. But it is accompanied by the noise signal that has occupied all the range of the frequency, and that we want to remove. And this particular procedure can be simply called to be digital type of the filtering. How we shall remove that noise with the help of digital filtering, of course we shall see. Let us have the graphical visualization of such a digitized noisy signal. So in the next diagram you see a noisy signal. As I said earlier, we are having the useful part to be of the low frequency signal here. So in this figure, as you see the two axes, we have plot of information having time as a parameter in terms of seconds on the horizontal axis, whereas the amplitude level is plotted on the vertical axis, and whatever the curves or the changes you see in this particular diagram, this is what the signal here. So if you talk about the low frequency signal, you can simply draw it to be like this. Instead, if I talk about the high frequency signal, so that time I can simply draw it to be like this. As compared to my earlier drawing, here the frequency is more. So in this particular diagram you have to find out the low frequency content. So low frequency content can be approximately like this. Okay, so just find out the symmetry in my drawing here. So now this is what the wanted signal, but whatever the fluctuations you see throughout in this particular representation, here also, these are the noise part, and these we want to get removed by the use of digital filtering here. Now let us consider that we have the representation of such a raw signal which has the useful part as well as the non-useful part fed to a digital filtering block. So of course we are in the domain of digital signal processing. We can call this particular block to be DSP, digital filtering. So the input signal which is fed to the block, that means the signal before filtering, we can denote with the help of x of n. N is the representation of discrete time samples here. So here we have represented it to be a digitized noisy input, as we have seen in the previous diagram. So this is fed as input to DSP, digital filtering, and the output we can denote with the help of y of n, and we expect it to be the clean digital signal. So it is not having any sort of noise part that we have seen in the earlier diagram here. So now the digital noisy signal, as I have discussed, we have denoted it with the help of x of n, and it can be improved. It means it can be enhanced by the use of digital filtering. And since the useful signal contains the low frequency component and the noise part is nothing but the fluctuations that we see, so it is nothing but the high frequency content here. So the criteria we can put here that using the low pass filter we can allow the low frequency content into the raw signal to be generated in the output side, whereas whatever the high frequency content is there, that will be removed. So the criteria in our example here, it will be use of the digital low pass filter here. So after having such a digital low pass filter, if for better explanation I can draw one more diagram. If this is the frequency axis and this is what the amplitude level, so this much of portion we can regard right from 0 to certain constant value C here. So this is the low frequency, whereas beyond C onwards that it will be high frequency part. So we can allow this much of portion only. This portion of the frequency range will be generated into the output, whereas this particular portion onwards will be removed into the output here. So by doing this particular procedure means simply processing the digitized noisy signal that we have represented by x of n, the digital low pass filter will produce the clean digital signal that we have represented in the earlier simplest block schematic by y of n. So the output here we can show you. So in this output again we have time parameter on the horizontal axis in terms of seconds, there it is a measurement, whereas the amplitude is plotted on the vertical axis. So it is having the negative as well as the positive side, and you find a clean signal as you compare this representation to the earlier. In the earlier representation there were certain fluctuations, so there were certain wrong amplitude values, those we were not wanting to be there in the final output here. So with the help of the digital filtering in the given example, we have obtained a clean digital signal here. So this we have represented as y of n, and now such a signal can be applied to another DSP algorithm, digital signal processing algorithm, for any different application, or it can also be converted into the analog domain by the use of DAC. DAC standing for digital to analog conversion, and the reconstruction filter here. Now let us see what are the example applications of such noise filtering, the case we have taken under the title digital filtering. The first one is the acquisition of clean digital audio, whereas the second one will be the acquisition of clean digital biomedical signal. The third one is very similar to the first one, that is the enhancement of speech recording here. So digital audio or speech recording, so we don't want the noise interference into the information that we are talking, that is the audio signal here, whereas the biomedical signals can be the 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional, and for the perfect diagnosis purpose we don't want any kind of noise there. So thereupon we can make the use of digital filtering here. So based on to the application we can have different criteria so that we can remove the noise from there. In the simplest example that we have discussed, we have used low pass filtering, but that criteria can vary to the application at hand. Now I will like to add 2 notes for this particular digital filtering topic. The first note is that digital filtering in fact is thus the convolution operation. That convolution also we have covered in one of another video. So convolution of the signal with the filter's impulse response into the time domain. So the simplest block schematic that we have seen, in the middle there it was the block DSP digital filter. On the left hand side we fed it with the input that we have denoted by x of n, and on the right hand side we have denoted the output expected with the clean signal by y of n here. So y of n we will obtain by having convolution of x of n with the filter's impulse response that generally we denote with the help of h of n or h of k here. The second point I would like to add that the digital filter has unique impulse response or filter coefficients that determine the characteristics of that particular filter. So this was all about the digital filtering.